Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
A collective sigh of relief, right? Is that a fair statement? Collective sigh of relief?
I think so.
Very fair.
It hit me, full disclosure, in case you don't remember, I was at the Tiger game, and we were sitting there watching the Pistons as well, and it hit me in the second quarter when they kept exchanging baskets and it seemed like it was tied forever. Hey, guys, we're in a dogfight. We're in a dogfight.
No doubt.
Like, I'd love to believe that the Orlando Magic are just going to go quietly into the night as 8 seeds do. I'm not so sure that's going to happen. And you know what the best thing is? I think it hit the Pistons as well. I do. I mean, when you look at this series so far, and you guys tell me if you agree or disagree. The chat, B-Lad, KG, JB, when you look at this series so far, there's 8 quarters, and there's been one uber-dominant quarter by the Pistons, the third quarter last night, right?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
it. That's it. The rest of this series is, okay, let's see. But as far as I'm concerned last night, the Pistons got back to basics, and it started with defense. Period. End of story. Started with defense. And you know me, I talk a lot about getting production from your depth, all right? And having all those guys with multiple double figures.
Right.
And last night we had 6 of them. That's great. I want that. I need that. That's been a key to success. But it starts with playing good defense, and that's what the Pistons were doing last night, fellas.
No doubt about it.
And I loved every second of it. I needed it. I needed to inject that crap in my vein. They tied the series up. But hey, listen. Orlando's legit. Can we say that? Orlando's legit?
Yeah, they're not a real 8 seed, in my opinion. They, honestly, like, it seems like they have more skill. Like, their starting 5 is a little bit more skillful. I think we're a little bit more deep. But especially after watching game 1, I'm like, oh, wow, they actually match up against us pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
JB, dogfight, baby. That's where we're at. We're in a
100%.
dogfight right now.
100% dogfight. Even at halftime, I was a little nervous as well, like you. We were texting back and forth, and it was like, geez, Orlando was like keeping pace. I don't know if this could be that easy of a series, but I mean, second half, Pistons picked it back up, and you know what? They're just dominated the rest of the way. I don't know what JB said during the halftime, but he definitely cut into them to wake them up. I know that for sure.
Feels good.
The turnovers were disgusting.
Yes.
Absolutely disgusting. Like that's the kind of stuff that infuriates you. Like really. And again, I think we make the mistake sometimes of saying, well, it's an us thing as opposed to a them thing.
Right.
I think that's the mistake that we made. But the turnovers that were coming in the first half, I wish I looked it up. I apologize. And if I took the time this morning, I would probably do it. So 22 for the game. Didn't it seem like there were 15, 16 in the first half alone?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we were saying because I was at the watch party down here last night. We said that at the very beginning of the game. It's like it's so sloppy right now. It looks the exact same as game 1. Just no care of possession of the ball at all. And that's what can really deflate you. And they cleaned it up in the third quarter. That's 100% sure.
I'm just looking at it right now, Sean. As a team, as a whole, 22 turnovers.
Yep.
Yeah.
To Orlando's 17.
And like JB, to that point, I know it was 22, but I wish I would have done a little homework on this because I was thinking about this on the way home. I swear to God, it seemed like 15 or 16 more at halftime. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the number was at halftime, but it just sloppy, turning the ball over, and then we were exchanging baskets. Neil went in the locker room and woke them up. All right, I'm in.
Wouldn't be shocked.
It was, but we all needed that third quarter, and it was great because I got to be honest with you, being at the Tiger game, you're like, okay, cool. Well, I don't need to keep my head down looking at this in its entirety right now. I can go back to paying a little attention to the baseball game. We'll get to that in a few minutes as well. I may owe somebody an apology.
Uh-oh.
I may just owe somebody an apology. And listen. One thing I will pat myself on the back for, and I hope that you guys have figured this out about me, those of you that maybe weren't aware of me or whatever, if I'm wrong about something, man, you got to own it. You got to own it. I cannot stand when guys double and triple and quadruple down. It's almost like, and it's not just people in this business, it's sports fans in general. It's almost like, wow, man, if I admit I missed on something, like I might melt. Somebody might hit my credit or something. No, you know what? Everybody's going to miss on something. Well, because as you know, credit is the most important thing. Oh, it's the most important thing by far. I may owe a certain Tiger an apology, and I will gladly give up that apology. Gladly give up that apology. I'm not ready to say I'm totally sorry yet, because it's early in the season. I bet you guys have figured out who I'm talking about. I hope I'm. And, of course, the NFL draft tonight. So we'll.
Aha.
It's time.
It's finally here.
It's here.
It's finally here.
It's not March anymore.
Dude, like, I did it. I went into such a rabbit hole last night. Honestly, JB, I think you can appreciate this. I'm not joking. It really was a situation where I must have gone into a catatonic state or something, because I probably did a half hour straight of mock draft simulator.
Just whipped off a bunch of
I
mock
kept
drafts.
doing it. And it was like, okay, I will trade down with Dallas now. Okay, I will trade with the Chargers. Okay, I will accept this offer from Philly. Now I'm going to try to trade down to 30. I think in one of them I traded down to 30. And I got to be honest with you, I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I did, because I got an extra third, which of course I'd love it if the Lions had one. I got an extra third, which they don't have. I got an extra fifth. That was like, okay, I can play around with this. So all that's going to come to an end. Tonight, we're going to be on, I think we're going on at about 7:45. I think right around 7:45. We'd love to have you guys just down the road, Massage Chair House. Scott Bischoff will be in the house with us. He will be there. I know he's got some other things to do with his other gigs and everything, but he will be with us through the Lions pick. So we'll get a reaction from Scott, and obviously a lot of reaction from you as we follow along the draft. And simply put, it has turned into one of the biggest sports events of the year. Who'd have thunk it? It's turned into one of the biggest sports events of the year.
No doubt.
Legit, guys, we're all breathing a little easier. Series moves to Orlando. And I think we all got our minds right. It's not just the players. I think we as fans got our minds right. Is that a fair statement? Because there were some cocky people out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
There were some cocky people out there. Oh, we're going to sweep them. Oh, this, that, and the other thing. And I think Orlando showed us so far, no, it's not going to be that easy. Even in the win, in fairness, going away last night, I think we all learned that, this isn't going to be easy. And now the series, look at it from their perspective, okay? Seriously, look at it from their perspective. They split with the number one seed. They're going back home. They have home court advantage from this point forward. Now, the Pistons can take it right back with a win down in Orlando. But if you look at it from their perspective, hey, guys, we had one crap quarter. We really did. We had one crap quarter. We're coming back home. We got to feel pretty good about ourselves. And I want to be crystal. I'm not saying Orlando's going to win this series. Before somebody jumps on me, oh man, are you coming off the wagon? No, I'm not saying anything like that. All right, the Pistons are the better team, but maybe just maybe we can sit back and say, Orlando isn't the dog we thought they were. They aren't. They're not the dog that we thought they were.
No, they were injured all year long. Now they're at full strength, and like I said, they match up well against us.
Yeah,
Big time.
It'll be fun to see how this transpires. It really will.
I'm excited.
We've got Jeff Risdon coming up today in about 10 minutes, 12 minutes?
Yeah.
So
10 minutes, yeah.
we'll get Jeff Risdon's take on things. Risdon obviously does a fantastic job for Lions Wire, Real GM. Follow him on Twitter. This is a scenario today, like I have get off on the screen, and it's just draft. That's what we do. And I feel sorry on a day like today for the diehard Pistons, because you get your Pistons talk, or the diehard hockey fan. And obviously around here, without the Wings being involved, you're not going to get a whole hell of a lot of talk, okay? But everything is dwarfed by the NFL draft. What are you thinking right now? Where's your head at? Seriously, where's your head at? I'm going to ask both of you guys right now. B-Lad.
Yes, sir.
With the 17th pick in the NFL draft, the Detroit Lions will select
Caden Proctor.
Caden Proctor.
Yep. Although I don't necessarily like it, I'd rather have Monroe Freeling, but I feel like that's a little bit out of our reach. I think we'd have to trade up to get him.
JB. With the 17th pick in the NFL draft, the Detroit Lions will select.
The Detroit Lions have elected to trade the 17th pick.
Yeah, they aren't staying
my
there.
My pants are wiggling down. They're wiggling down right now. Go on.
The 17th pick, I don't know the draft order. I don't have it for me right now, but they will be trading out of that pick, getting somewhere in the late first round, but also receiving 2 third-round picks.
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah, I would love
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Let's hope JB's scenario is the one that happens,
Gosh,
not mine.
I wish I was in a catatonic state when I, just for the hell of it, just for craps and giggles, I made that deal. I think it was with Miami. I moved to 30, and I got a third, and I want to say I got a fourth. I forget what the deal was or something like that. But it was a high fourth, and I think it'll be Freeling. I do. B-Lad, I hope you're wrong.
Oh, I do too.
I have a feeling he goes down there. It's really weird. I think I told you this, JB, and I'm not joking. I have probably done 150 mock drafts just in the last 2 days. I'm not even being funny.
Yeah.
What a total loser. Like,
Hey,
do something with your life, man. Right?
It gets fun after a while. You're just like, all right, who can I pick now?
Right.
Or like, how will this all fall out to me? I'm like, I don't know, but somehow, some way.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get my hopes up. Like, I know for a fact he's not staying at 17. That's just not Brett Holmes. But I don't want to get my hopes up and try and guess the player that I want Monroe Freeling. That's a plug and play left tackle. You can move Sewell back to the right side. You're green. That solidifies the O-line.
Yep.
But they love guys that I'm pretty sure Anson touched on it the other day. They literally only draft guys that they interview, and they were high on Proctor. So that's just kind of where my head's at right now. I don't like I said. I would rather have Freeling.
I'm not gonna complain.
I wouldn't complain either.
I'm not gonna.
But he's just not my top choice.
It was really weird. I think I brought this up yesterday, and if I didn't, then here I'll bring it up now. All the mock drafts that I've done, and I wish I could have figured out how to do a consensus of it. It was amazing. Every one of them had Freeling there. Yeah. Every single one. And a lot of them had the kid from Utah there. And so that kind of blew my mind, because then you're in a position where you got 4 tackles that you legitimately could take. You got Proctor, you have the 2 that I mentioned, and you have Blake Miller from Clemson.
Yes.
And almost everyone had that scenario play itself out. Where it got weird for me was the second round at 50. Because a lot of them had the edge from Illinois, had Gabe from Illinois. Mm-hmm. Some of them had Malachi Lawrence, and some of them had the guy from Missouri, but not a lot.
Right.
But the one guy who was there at 50 was the kid from Illinois. So, again, this is just what I want, all right? In my perfect world, in Sean's perfect world, get that guy to solidify the line. Because, again, we all found out, it can't be argued, how uberly important it is to protect our quarterback. If you haven't figured it out yet, I think the 2025 season kind of showed that to you. And,
absolutely.
And edge.
For sure.
Those are the two. Those are the two that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
We will get back to the Pistons in a little bit, and I have to say it. I might be. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to offer a formal apology, but I might be apologizing to a Tiger. I might be apologizing, and I would love nothing more than to apologize to a Tiger. Nothing. I would love nothing more than to apologize. I think the last guy I apologized to was Jared Goff. Legitimately.
Ooh.
I think that's the
When
last
was
guy.
that?
When Jared Goff started doing Jared Goff things. Because
I feel
literally,
you.
B-Lad, that man was broken in L.A.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He was broken.
For sure.
No ifs, ands, or buts. I don't want to hear it. That man was broken.
They sent him here to die.
And he looked like a broken quarterback, and I wasn't sure that he could be fixed, but it goes to show you, hey, if you protect a guy and you put him in positions of comfortability, it is amazing how well he can play. By the way, can I give a shout out to my Wii headphones? Can I give a shout out to my Wii headphones?
That's like,
I can't
Listen,
believe you
man.
had those.
These
I
have
know.
been sitting downstairs
What a
since like
find.
2011, I think.
yeah.
These have been sitting. You know, the kids. You know how it is. The kids were all about Wii for maybe 2 years,
The Wii was a legendary console.
and then the next thing came out, and they were like done with the Wii. So these were sitting downstairs. It was the only adapter I had because the other headphones broke yesterday, and I was like, "This has an adapter on it. I think it'll fit."
Hey, yeah, what a find right
Rolling with the Wii headphones. I pulled a 300 game on with these things on. Are you kidding me? How many guys can say that? Nez, you got a 300? All your bowling times? Do you got a 300? I bowled a 300 on the Wii. All right, we got Jeff
Not that
Risden
Wii
coming
tennis.
up in a few minutes. Gang's in the house. Hopefully everybody will be out tonight. Total team coverage tonight. We are going to have a free-for-all at Massage Chair House. We'd love to see you out there, no doubt about it. Did Stick lick his TV when Goff was shown at the Piston game? He probably did. He probably did. Dude, I'm telling you, though, like that, it's okay. Sometimes you miss on a guy. And gleefully I missed on Jared Goff.
Hey.
Gleefully I missed on. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad he wasn't dead. Are you kidding me? Look at that.
Jared Goff.
Aura.
Jared Goff.
He's the reason why we won.
No, but do you see that look
kidding.
on his face? You see that look on his face at that juncture in the game when they showed him? I think that was probably after the 17th Piston turnover, and he's going, "Are you kidding me?" It looks like me in L.A.
It looks like me versus Houston.
That's it. Oh, you're mean.
Hey, we still won though. See,
Yeah,
look.
yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, JB, where do you want to go as we prepare to chat with Jeff Risden?
Let's see. We got to hear from Planet Fitness and Pure Psychiatry. But first, let me clear up some of these super chats. Shout out to everyone sending in super chats.
Shout out.
What do we got? Chef IT Hip sends in $4.99. He said, "I hope you're wrong about Casey Mize too, Sean, because we need him to not just be a guy if we have a legitimate shot to make the World Series."
You read my mind. I'm not going to get too much into it. But he looks good. I wish he didn't hate the seventh inning as much as he hates the seventh inning. I don't know what his problem with the seventh inning is.
Them damn seventh inning.
He hates the seventh inning. He really does. More on that later. But you nailed it, IT. No question about it. That he looks good.
He does.
He's keeping the base runners off. For him to roll with 7 Ks, especially early on when he came out and kind of set the tone, damn, dude. Please, more. Inject it in my vein.
Is he on the final year of his contract right now?
I don't know what his contract is.
I can't
I'd
remember
have to look that
if
up.
he has one this year is his last, or if it's the next, or if it's the following. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'd have to look.
I'd have to look that up.
He's playing damn good.
Gosh, damn, he's pitching well.
Yeah.
Anything else, JB?
Nope. Let's hear from Planet Fitness and Pure Psychiatry.
Look at KG. Did you see KG, like, right in the nick of time? You guys can't see it. Like, KG is behind me right now, and he immediately, as soon as JB said that, he handed me this. Planet Fitness is for everyone. Over 2,700 clubs nationwide, 50 plus in Metro Detroit alone. Have you heard about the Black Card spots where you can recover with hydro massage and other innovative amenities? You can bring a guest free anytime. It's just $24.99 a month. Listen, shout out to my place, Planet Fitness Northville. I've been there for a long, long time. I love it. You'll love Planet Fitness as well. We're all strong on this planet, Planet Fitness. We talk about sports, everyday wins, losses, pressure, expectations, drafts, but real life, that's not always so easy. At Woodward Sports, we want you to know you are never alone, and neither is your mental health journey. Pure Psychiatry provides personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you. It's not a cookie cutter plan. It worked for them. It worked for... No. It's going to work for you. 16 locations in Michigan, 2 in Ohio. They make getting help accessible and comfortable. So if you've been thinking about taking that first step, do it. Visit PurePsychMI.com. That's PurePsychMI.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports is your #1 source for all things Detroit sports. Start your day with the Sean Baligian Morning Show from 8 to 10 a.m. Rolling into Big D Energy with Neil Rule, Jerry Foster, and Red Wing great Darren McCarty. Then make sure you're watching the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep from 2 to 4 p.m. Michigan great Braylon Edwards and the elite Matt Shepard break down all the biggest sports stories. End your day with the Woodward Heavyweights. Join Spencer and EZ nightly from 5 to 7 p.m. Every day, all the sports, all Detroit, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's #1 sports network.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
What up, people? Hey, today is the draft. I will be there, and we are going to have a big draft party at Massage Chair House. Get ready because it is the biggest night of this offseason, the most anticipated night we've been talking about for such a long time. Tune in as we broadcast live at the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest. We'll bring you wall-to-wall NFL draft coverage featuring your favorite Woodward Sports personalities and elite expert analysis as the picks keep rolling in. Woodward Sports NFL Draft Party live Thursday night tonight at Massage Chair House. Your ticket to ultimate recovery, relaxation, and football.
All right, I know how busy our next guest is. This is a huge day for him. I'm sure he's got many hits like this. He's got radio. He's got television. He's got signing autographs, kissing babies, shaking hands. He's done a tremendous job looking at this. He does a tremendous job with everything at Lions Wire, Real GM. Follow him on Twitter. He is Jeff Risden. Jeff, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Really appreciate you
Hey!
joining us, my friend.
It's good to be with you on this wonderful national holiday.
Now, when were you up today? About 4:30, and it's probably going to end at about 4:30 a.m. for you? Dude, I know how busy you are. And legit, Jeff, we're old enough to remember when it was big, but not like this. This is one of the biggest sports days of the year, man.
It really is. I was up at 4:47 today.
Heck yeah.
Too excited to sleep.
Right, get
So,
it in.
Sean, I remember when draft was Saturday and Sunday, and it was on like I remember what, believe it or not, watching the 2001 draft. I lived in Virginia at the time, and I was playing in a beach volleyball tournament in Virginia Beach that day, and we went to TGI Fridays, and it was on a TV like in the corner, and nobody was watching it.
Yeah.
Like on Saturday, like the first and second round, like it's crazy how insane this entire extravaganza. Like, there's going to be 500,000 people in Pittsburgh this weekend. I don't know if you've been to Pittsburgh recently. They don't have that many parking spots, y'all. Like,
They do not.
if you're going, I hope you've parked already, because I was there 3 weeks ago for the D2 basketball tournament, and I had to park like beyond Duquesne to get to downtown. That's like a 2.5 mile walk.
Jeez.
So with the draft, like, take advantage of their public transit, please. You will thank yourself later.
Jeff, honestly, I was telling the boys the story a couple days ago. I one year, whatever year it was, one of my buddies and I, it was a beautiful Saturday. You know how this time of year is. We're waiting for that one beautiful Saturday. And all my buddies wanted to go out, and we're like, we're not doing anything today. We're watching the NFL draft. And all my buddies are going, you guys are losers. What's wrong? Let's go to the park. Let's drink some beers. And I was like, no, I'm going to drink beers here and watch the draft. And 2 years later, everybody was drinking beers and watching the draft. It's amazing what it's turned into. Hey, where's your head at right now in regards to 17? There's a lot of thought, and B-Led in the house today, JB in the house today said, boy, this just screams like Brad's going to move out of 17 one way or the other. Where are you at this morning in that regard?
You know, I do think that there's a fair chance that they move up. And I was presented last night, as I was going to bed, I actually got a text from the same person who advised me 2 years ago that they were trading up for Terrion Arnold, and the person who told me last year at almost exactly the same hour that I got the text last night that they were taking Tyleik Williams in the first round, indicated that they were very seriously looking at moving up, and that it's not for an offensive tackle. And I'll leave it at that for now. But
I told you, Sean.
that I think we need to be prepared to see if that happens. I'm in a state right now where I will believe it when I see it, but I'm also not going to be surprised by it, I think is probably the best way to frame that.
I love to hear that, because that's all we can judge Brad by, his tendencies, okay? Right. And the tendency is he has shown the propensity to move up and down. No problem at all, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And he's also shown the propensity, and I know we talked about this the last time, he's shown the propensity to not put a lot of value in that edge as well. That doesn't mean they're not going to draft one, but maybe not so high. Are we wrong to think? I mean, just based on what you said, I think maybe the answer is yes, and KG's been banging that drum. I think like everybody else, Jeff, or most everybody else, I've just convinced myself it's going to be one of the tackles.
And if they stay at 17, I would be surprised if it wasn't a tackle. You can't rule out Keldrick Falk being their choice, because he is indeed the perfect lion. Like, you know, if John Kaminsky and Davenport had a baby together, healthy, it would be Keldrick Falk. We know how So, I mean, it's difficult to overlook that, but offensive tackle and figuring out which offensive tackle it's going to be, I was just, as I'm preparing to do a show this morning, I'm looking at all the mock drafts that are out there and how many people have chosen Monroe Freeling versus Caden Proctor versus Blake Miller versus Spencer Fano is in a couple of them. And it's crazy that we go in with such a wide range of players that you can take at 17. And, you know, I of all those guys, I think Freeling is the least likely to be there, but I also think he's the most likely to be the pick if he's there. But again, if they're moving up, all bets go out the window. I will say, just going back to the moving up or down, I don't see them moving down. And one of the reasons why I don't is, and it's sort of the overarching theme of this draft, everybody has been saying for months, this is not a great draft. This isn't a good draft. You know, the quality at the top isn't great, and the depth isn't great. It really falls off after about 125 to 150, somewhere in there. And I agree with that assessment. So why do you want more picks in a bad draft? By the way, also, you really only have 3 open spots on the roster right now. I mean, there are, you can have competition for other ones. You need an offensive tackle to replace Taylor Decker. You need the edge opposite Aiden Hutchinson, and you need to replace Alex Anzalone in some form. Literally every other spot on this roster is taken by guys who can hold that job through 2026 without an issue. So you don't necessarily need 7, 10, day 3 picks, of who maybe one makes your team. And I got that vibe when I was talking to people, you know, on the pro day circuit, which mercifully has ended. Started having breakfast in Denny's and talking over, over Miami and all that crap.
Grand Slam.
You got it, baby. By the way, Denny's surprisingly good value food.
The breakfast is money. Yeah. Can we say that?
It is.
The breakfast is money. Yes.
It's very good. It really is. But it feels like if they're going to move, it would be packaging in the day 2 and day 3 things. Packaging several. They have two fifths, 2 6, and a 7th, and 2 4ths. It wouldn't surprise me if like 3 of those picks got packaged together and moved up to get higher. More than like trading back from 17 to add, you know, a 3rd round pick and then a 4th round pick or something like that. I don't think that they want more bites into an apple. I think they want a bigger apple.
Jeff, you've already given us a lot to think about, man. If they trade up, I'd be so excited because like you said, you don't think they're moving up for a tackle. But in the event, let's say they stay at 17, you already assume that the pick would be a tackle. Which tackle would it be? Because you named about 4 guys there. A couple of them have been mocked to the Lions already. A couple of them we know the Lions haven't really spoken to like that. But if tackle is the pick and they stay at 17, who is that tackle in your eyes?
I do think that if Monroe Freeling is on the board, he will be the pick at 17.
Okay.
And of all the rest, Blake Miller is the best fit. And some of that goes to the time that he is a right tackle. And we have heard Brad and we have heard Dan both say, unprompted, that Penei Sewell can play left tackle. And that feels like that move is going to happen. And if you're doing that, you need somebody who can play at right tackle right away. Because remember, this is a right-handed running team. They run the ball to the right at a higher percentage than all but 3 other teams. So you need to be able to keep that. Otherwise, you got to flip. You got to do a lot of weird, different things. Blake Miller is an NFL-ready starter at right tackle. He is not a high upside guy. He tested more athletically than he ever showed at Clemson, but. Look, he can start right away. He can easily be for you at right tackle what Taylor Decker has been at left tackle for you. A reliable, above-average starter who maybe bubbles up to 1 Pro Bowl in a career year, but you never really have to worry about the position. And oh, by the way, when he gets that second contract, it's not going to kill you economically. I feel like that's the guy. And he is such a great fit. I mean, 4-year starter at Clemson, team captain, does all the little things that the Lions look for in a player on and off the field. And that does matter to this team. It matters to them a lot more than it does to a lot of other teams. And I do think that I can't rule Caden Proctor out. I can't. But there is so much about him. Like, dude, why do you get to 390 pounds every offseason? You know, that I think that will concern the Lions as much as it concerns me. So I have a hard time seeing them taking him, but there are a lot of people who know a lot more things than I do who have predicted him to be a Lion. So we'll find out in, 12 hours? 15 hours?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead, B-Lad.
Yep. Yeah, so as far as, like, how big of a factor do you think Penei playing left tackle? Like, do you think the Lions should specifically look for a guy that can play the left tackle and move Sewell back to the right tackle, or how important do you think that is? Because I played football in college. Obviously, I know Penei played at a way higher level. I know he can play both sides, but he's a natural right tackle. So do you think that kind of plays into their decision making on which tackle they would choose?
I hope it does, honestly. You've got the best right tackle on the planet.
Right.
And he might very well wind up being a great left tackle, too. But look, you have a new center. You will probably have a new left guard.
Right.
You will have a new left tackle or right tackle. I would prefer continuity, and I'd also prefer, like, it ain't broke, don't fix that.
Right, exactly.
So my personal druthers would be keep him at right tackle and get a left tackle.
Yeah.
Whether it's Spencer Fano or Proctor. Although I do think that Proctor is going to wind up being a better NFL guard. I think he can be a fantastic guard.
Yeah.
But you probably shouldn't be drafting a guard in the first round unless, like in this draft, I see people mocking Vega Ioane to the line. I don't see that. To me, he is Larry Warford, and he might not even be as athletic as Larry was.
Wow, good pull.
It feels like he's being inflated just because a lot of people didn't watch interior offensive linemen at all. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Chase Basantis or even Emmanuel Pregnon wind up being better guards than him, and Caden Proctor as well at moving in. And by the way, Mawanoa can move in and play guard if he needed to. He would be the pipe dream. If they were to move up and take him, I would be unable to wear pants for a while. That would be a fun.
So if there was a defensive player that's available, let's say we trade up, like you said, there's rumors that we will. What would be your defensive guy that you would want to see us pick up?
I would go for Caleb Downs. He's the best player in the draft.
Yeah.
He is just ridiculously talented, and I think you hear the stories, and it's come out from all these different local beat writers. Like, they had Caleb Downs in for an interview, and he basically diagrammed their defense, broke it down, how he would fit into the defense, how he would run certain plays, and people are just like,
wow.
Huh? like he knows more than the guys who've been here for 5 years already, and he studied us for 15 minutes on the plane in the limo here.
That's awesome.
That's the level of football acumen you're dealing with Caleb Downs. So I would freaking love that.
Oh yeah.
I know there's a certain segment of the fan base that's like, oh, he's Ohio State, we're going to hate him all the way. Like, y'all got to get over that, man. It's college. Where you played in college does not matter for what happens in the pros.
Amen.
Exactly right.
You got to put those pieces behind. You have to. Have to.
Hey, Jeff, one thing about the linebacker position in particular, because honest to God, we've talked a lot about it on this show. We need a linebacker. Period. End of story. There's no. Yeah. Stop with the Rodrigo stuff. We need a linebacker. How big of a drop off is there from the pair of Ohio State linebackers to kind of the next mix? Because so many of the big boards or mock drafts that I look at, you have those two guys going early, and then you're later in the second round. There's the next group. Do you feel that way? Is there somebody maybe you have a circle around saying, I don't know, this guy's better than maybe he's being listed?
I think some of the later guys, for Lions purposes, like, you've got the do-it-all guy in Jack Campbell. And you've got Derek Barnes, who we'll see what happens with Derek Barnes this year. Hopefully it's better than last year. And you do have Rodrigo, who can play the run very well. So my thought is, I don't need the Sonny Styles or the Arvell Reese, the guy that can do it all. Jack Campbell's an all-pro, and he's getting better. Like, his ceiling still hasn't been hit yet.
Yeah.
So a guy like Anthony Hill out of Texas, a guy like, if you want to go later, a guy like Jaden Duggar from Louisiana. Now this is a 6th or a 7th round guy who's a cover only. He was a safety at Georgetown. Ridiculous football IQ on him too. 6'4", 240. Plays very linearly, but they're for the Lions' purposes, they don't need that guy. Like, I see a lot of Jacob Rodriguez love, and I'm like, well, he plays the exact same spot as Jack Campbell. And while, like, the idea of having two Jack Campbells on the field is great, in practice, like, okay, like, you got great linebackers, but who's rushing the passer? Neither Rodriguez or Jack Campbell are really great at carrying tight ends down the field, or getting running backs on a wheel route and carrying them down the sideline. Like, that's not what they do. So I'm lukewarm on the linebacker class. There are certainly dudes. Kyle Lewis from Pittsburgh is another one. The problem with him is that he misses an astronomical amount of tackles, and once he's blocked, he stays blocked. And so, like, there's warts on all these guys, and it's finding which warts you can cover with the rest of your defense to make it fit.
Great stuff. No, Jeff, I know how busy you are, and boy, did you light a fire this morning, because everybody's going to wonder aloud, who is Jeff Risdon talking about with that late-night phone call? Well done. You have learned well. Drop the T's and let it marinate, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Hey, dude.
Sean, I learned from you, man. You're the best.
Hey, no, dude, great stuff all year long, no doubt about it. I think you really shine this time of year, man. Continued success to you. Really appreciate you taking the time this morning.
Thanks, Jeff.
Guys,
Thank
thanks
you,
for
Jeff.
having me, man.
All right.
It's been wonderful having coffee with y'all. Thanks, guys.
Take care, buddy. Yeah, I am so intrigued now.
I told you.
I am.
It's possible any year. Like this is the year out of any other year besides Hutch, you could get an edge in the first round. It's possible. If they move up, he makes sense. If you're moving up, why would it be for a tackle? You're going to have plenty of options at 17 for a tackle. It may not be the premier tackle. It may not be Monroe Freeling like everybody wants, but you'll have somebody. So if you're moving up, I think that they're trying to make a move, like an impact move defensively, and I would absolutely love that, Sean.
Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs.
I don't know about that one. You got to get into the top 10 club for that. I don't know if they willing to pay that
All right,
price.
I'm going to play. I'm going to go down the road. Are you ready?
Yep.
Who? Bane?
Oh, stop it, Sean.
That's what I'm.
That if they get Bane Jr., holy shit, man, that'd be a dream come true. That, like you said, like Molly Lloyd, that's another one that I'm like, okay, if they were to get him, I'm ecstatic right now.
Would you have to move up for Mesidor?
No, I think you can stay where you at for Mesidor. Me personally, I think Falk could go before Mesidor. I'm looking at Mesidor as like somebody in the 20s.
I love Falk.
No, I do too. I love both of them. I love Akeem Mesidor. I love Keldrick Falk. I think Falk could be off the board first. You're looking at Akeem maybe in the 20s.
So you know what we're doing. We're trying to do the deductive reasoning right now. Okay, if it's edge, then that's got to mean one guy, right?
Keldrick Falk. I think so.
Yeah.
Bane, you would have to. He's top 10.
Bane, but I
you would
really
have to
don't
give up
see,
a lot.
I don't see them getting Bane. I don't. If they move up, because he didn't say how much they would move up. If they move up, I don't think it's I think it's just a marginal move up. I think they go from like 17 to 13 or something like that, or 17 to 12. If you can just get near the top 10, you have a chance of getting a really, really good player, because something's going to happen in this top 10 that's going to cause somebody to fall. I really feel it in my soul. So if the Lions want to take advantage of that, I'm on board.
Well, you know, there's one team sitting there in that area that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The Dallas Cowboys.
I know.
Get Jera on the phone right now. Bradley. It's so nice to hear from you, Bradley.
Jerry's world.
How can we do business? It's like, Jera, I need some Jera.
Oh, man, please inject it in my veins.
Oh, my God.
Inject it in my veins.
That's why I told you, like, JB.
And he's the second guy. Dave Burkett kind of alluded to something similar. So he's the second guy to say that.
I'm not saying my pants are off right now, but they've
I
wiggled
feel
down.
you.
I'm showing butt crack right now.
Down a little bit.
He untied his pants.
Like right now.
Please keep them on while we're here.
Yeah,
please.
I was going to say, if you put the camera behind me, my butt crack's showing right now.
Plumber crack.
They're coming down right now.
Oh, man.
JB, you and I have joked about, I have made so many trades out of 17 to 20, it's insane. I would say, like, out of my dumb mock drafts, I would say that 40% have me trading with Jera just to take advantage of Jera.
I'm not mad
And
at
now
that.
I'm moving up to 12 to take advantage of Jera?
No, seriously, I think Jerry Jones would be one of those teams very willing to trade with the Detroit Lions. I think they're trying to get out of that pick possibly.
Well, they could. Okay, they also have 20. So depending on what else they get from the Lions, they would have 17, 20, and whatever else they get out of.
Which is still a pretty good draft.
So dumb, Jerry Jones. So
yeah.
that means that look
I don't
at
think
us
that's
just
a bad
making
move.
shit up. Right
No,
off the
I
top
feel
of
you.
our head.
I feel you.
I'm just making shit up.
I
That's
don't
what
think
we're
that's a
doing
bad
right now.
move, though. Like you said, 17, 20, and whatever additional compensation you're going to get from the Lions, I don't think that's a bad move.
He's infatuated with offensive line. You
Yeah.
know that. Okay.
It's not guaranteed,
Let's
though.
see. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Especially the way he done spoke about, I know y'all, Larry, especially the way he done spoke about Borum. you got to consider, okay, maybe they thinking something different. He could swerve us. Every time we think he going to zig, he normally zags. So I'm just saying.
So since Maz isn't here, what do you think Cartoon Maz would say after what Jeff Risden just said?
I've been telling you guys. Maz is the king of I've been telling you, even when he hasn't. Been
Right, at all. He ain't told you
Maz,
nothing.
you have never said a word. I sure did. Did you watch the new Larry and Juice that
Oh,
JB
no,
made?
we got a new episode. We got a leak on the new episode.
Can you roll with these, JB?
Yeah, I gotta send them over, but yeah.
I was legitimately like pissing myself.
Oh,
It's
my
so
God.
dumb.
We getting picked up for another season?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
There's been such an outcry of new Larry and Juice episodes that 4 dropped. Four episodes dropped. No, you know what's gonna be interesting about this? See, now, gosh damn it, I hate hearing this stuff in real time because I wish that like I could sit here and study this. All right, so KG, your brain's the same way that I am. If the Lions are going to move up, it's not going to be the top 10, which would probably take Bane out, okay?
Yeah.
12 to 17. 12 to 17. The Cowboys, the Rams. Mm-hmm. Brad's had some conversations with the Rams.
Of course he
he's
has.
got ties.
The Cowboys, the Rams, the Ravens, the Bucks, the Jets. Those are our dance partners.
Okay.
Jera.
I know Jera.
I need Jera.
I'm Jera, but like you said, if he calls up LA, I'm not mad at that either.
No.
I think LA would be a good spot to pick, and I also think that's a team that is willing to maybe do some things because we all know Les Snead and the boys over there, they don't really care about draft picks. So, and you know, they got a young defense already. They got a lot of good pieces. They made some good moves in free agency, so they may try to acquire some capital that they can maybe use later on getting another impact player.
Well,
at the trade deadline or something. You never know.
dude, you nailed it. I mean, this is a franchise that has shown us they just don't care about first round picks.
They don't.
And it's worked well for them, by the way.
If they get the right deal, I'm telling you.
I am so intrigued.
Then I think you got the fail safe. Let's say Brad wants to make a very marginal move. The Jets right there, man. You pick up the phone, call AG. Hey, man, y'all got, a shopping cart of fucking picks anyway. Let's talk. So I think you got some options there, but it all depends on how the board shakes, of course. And what does Brad actually value on his board? Because Brad's board is different from everybody else's board.
Yeah.
He's shown that throughout the years.
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I really don't.
That's why I'm going to keep repeating the same damn thing that I've said to Risen and said 10,000 times. All we can do is judge Brad by tendencies. That's it.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. And that doesn't mean necessarily, it doesn't preclude him from going after an edge, but I can tell you definitively, factually, he has not put a lot of premium on that other side of the line. That is not an opinion. It isn't an opinion, okay?
Yeah.
That is something.
Fact.
Could that change?
I think you need a more long-term solution on that other side, man. Like, you can't keep doing the 1 year, 2 year swap out guys. I think that's dead. I think at this point, you get somebody on a rookie contract. I think that benefits you way more in terms of, okay, we can build our defense in the future, and this is a position we don't have to worry about. You already got so many holes on the defensive side of the football. I know a lot of people are saying because of that, they don't think they'll go defense. But to me, it's the opposite. You got so many holes. You got to address something at some point. And I expect the Lions to get a lot of defense in this draft. If you get another tackle, I'm not opposed to that. But I'm also looking at this defense that you kind of mailed in because you wanted to take care of the offensive line, and you got to make some moves there.
All right, let's let elephant in the room. Could it be Caleb Downs?
I think you got it.
I would love that.
I would love that.
Shoot for the
my
stars.
I think you got to get into the top 10, possibly top 7 for that. I don't know.
I feel the exact.
I don't know if
I
he's
think
making it
Bane
out of
and
here.
Downs are top 10.
Yeah,
I think when all is said and done, those are two top.
that's
10
a high
guys.
price to get in that club.
It is.
He aggressive. How aggressive he gonna be in the draft? He
I-
aggressive in the draft.
I do
So I
like
don't know.
Jeff's point where he was like, why would you acquire more picks later in a draft that, maybe one guy would actually make the team? Like in those later rounds? I'm like, yeah, we're moving up. No doubt.
Nah, bro. Think about the move up all
Dude,
day, bro.
I know. I
All
can't. I
day.
can't
Why
get it
Jeff
out of
do
my
that
head.
to us, man?
I cannot get it out of my head. I've been
Why
sitting
did
on
Jeff
my
do that to
phone
us?
just
Late night call? Come on, man.
And you know what the worst part is? Risden knew what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
He said it's the same guy that gave him the tip the last 2 years that eventually ended up being right.
Right.
Man.
He's got his ties, man.
Okay. Oh, it's going to be fun tonight.
Oh, man.
We'd love it if you joined us. You could come out in person. You can join the stream. Total team effort. I hope everybody's out there. I already know a bunch of the guys are going to be out there. B-Lad, you're going to be out there.
I'm gonna
KG,
be out there
you think
tonight.
you'll make it out?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to be
Okay.
out there. Come on now.
I was going to say, if you aren't, I'm getting you on the screen. I need KG tonight.
Nah, I'm on there for sure.
JB?
No, unfortunately, I'll be at work, so I can't.
Well, work schmirk, right? It's NFL draft day.
Night side at 7, man. He'll be watching the draft, though. Got plenty of TVs at 7.
Hopefully, Jera makes an appearance.
Yeah, man.
Bradley.
Bradley. I love that.
Twang.
Bradley,
So nice to hear from you. You always suckle up to Jera, you know?
Got to, man.
For your call, Bradley.
Bradley.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Oh, man.
All right,
that's
where do you
awesome.
want to go?
Let's see. What do we got here? Let's hear from Vin Johnson and KG. You got BlackRock?
I sure do.
All right. First, let me clear up these super chats. Shout out to everyone sending in super chats.
Shout
we
out.
got $2 from Detroit, DC. Vrabel getting counseling day 3 of the draft.
That's right.
He
that's
promised
the
his
news came
family,
out.
though, you guys.
Right.
I guess it's not laughable anymore. Is that a fair statement?
I guess.
Remember his initial response? This is all laughable.
Yeah, I guess it's not.
Boy, does Diana look bad?
Yeah.
See, now it's come full circle.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's denial. Vrabel reacts the way he does. Now it's come back to Rossini.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's nasty.
jeez.
So it's getting kind of bad now. I guess there are serious rumors that his future with the Patriots could be in jeopardy.
Stop
Because not
it.
only is he doing counseling day 3 of the draft, but also now it's been moved to day 2. As this news just came out early this morning. So
I think that's
day
all
2 and 3 of the draft, he will be doing personal counseling away from the team.
It's all a facade.
I think that's window dressing.
Yeah, come on now. It's Robert Kraft, bro. Robert Kraft is the owner of
Right.
the Patriots.
Like,
bro.
honestly, I think it's not only organizationally, but I think it's for his family as well.
Exactly.
And the whole time, now Diana and her whole story of friends, it's
Yeah.
just, I mean, it looked
She
awful.
gonna be the scapegoat, unfortunately. Like
100%.
Yeah, like come
well,
on.
look,
man.
it looked awful from day one. I
Absolutely.
mean, it really,
Absolutely.
the whole friends thing, like, come
Come
on.
on. People ain't stupid.
Now it just looks awful.
Yeah.
It really does.
That's what happens, man. Don't miss business and pleasure, man.
Yep, exactly. We got another $2 from Stephen Bathy.
Shout
he sends
out.
in, he said, I am bracing for total chaos tonight. Let's fucking go, Lions.
Let's go.
It
I
could be.
wasn't until Risen came
Yeah.
out.
You
Facts.
just need that first domino to fall. We all know that about the draft. That first domino falls, it's a fucking free fall.
So
Like
here's
that.
the thing: like later on, when I'm off the air, do I send Risden a text saying thank you, or do I send him a text saying screw you?
Yeah, I mean, it
'Cause,
depends.
Like seriously,
It all
because
depends.
I was not bracing for total chaos tonight. Now, as Steven said, now my brain's going in a million different directions.
I'm telling you, it's a lot of
baby.
action that can happen, especially
baby.
once you get out that top 5. I think you can see some things.
Well, here's a
think you can
question
see something.
for the top 5. Shout out to the Purple Puma sending in $5. He said, wishful thinking and fully delusional. I'm wearing my Lions track pants tonight in preparation of the Lions moving up to get Sonny Styles.
Come on, man. I don't see it. You talking top 5? Like I said, top 7. I don't think they'll do that. That's a high price to do that. You got to give up a lot of capital. He's willing to give up capital. I don't think he'd be willing to give up that much capital.
I would love it if they got Harold Perkins later from LSU. I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Yeah.
He's slated to go, depending on which one you look at, around 100.
Yeah.
Something like that. I would love it if you could find yourself in that area. But listen, and by the way, Purple Puma, you probably tracksuit pants are real easy to come down. Like if they do something, they just shorts are the best. I think we all know that.
Maybe he shocks us. Like you said, I can only go off the tendencies. But if he shocks us tonight, holy shit.
Pants are off.
Do you know the one thing though is like Jeff said, okay? They have their stud. Do they legit want to go? I mean, of course you'd rather have a stud at every position. Of
course,
granted,
right.
all right. They have their stud, but do they want to go after another stud on that other side? And I don't know the answer to that, but I'm glad that we can all agree. Again, no disrespect to Rodrigo. We need a linebacker.
Yeah, we do.
We do. We need a
do.
linebacker.
And it's better to get one on a rookie deal and somebody that can come in day one and contribute. So if they were of that thinking, and I think they are, but I don't know how much they willing to risk that, it would be great because, yeah, he's a dog, bro. He would instantly come in and help change your defense. So I don't know. I really don't. We got a lot to think about, man.
I know.
We got a lot to think about.
I wasn't ready for chaos. Honest to God, even when I came in this morning, I'm not being funny. I thought this was going to be a cut and dry.
Really?
I did. I really
You didn't prepare for chaos at all?
No.
Come on, it's the draft.
No. Just, you know why? Because
They talk about Mendoza might not go first.
you know
we
what
don't
the thing is?
No, he's going
this
first.
is
You
not,
think so?
This
Shit.
is not a bells and whistles draft. It isn't. I'm not going to say people say this is a bad draft. Bullshit. I don't buy that stuff. Okay, but it's not a bells. Do you know where the bells and whistles come in? When there are 5 to 7 quarterbacks that could go anywhere from 35 to 5.
Yeah.
That's where the belt, because you fall in love with B-Lad. Well, I don't care what anybody said, okay? We've been watching this guy for 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't give a shit if McShay or Kuiper has had this guy consistently at 32. We love this guy. This is the future face of our franchise.
Yeah.
And you're damn right we're taking him at 5. And then everything kind of blew. I always go back to when Christian Ponder went. The whole draft just changed that day.
Absolutely,
It was
yeah.
like, wait a second, wait. And the Lions are going, we didn't think there's a snowball's chance in hell that Nick Fairley's going to be there.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, Nick Fairley's going to be there? Are you
Mm-hmm.
kidding? That's where the bells and whistles come in. When you legitimately, we could see at most 2 quarterbacks go in the first round.
Yes.
At most. If I were a betting man, I'd say 1 quarterback goes in the first round.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know. Ty Simpson gonna go.
Somebody will probably get him
gonna
late.
move up.
Somebody will probably get him
Yeah,
late.
it'll be later first, but
But-
you want the 5th-year option,
At most, you're talking about 2. That's it.
which is possibly fair.
Nobody else is going to go. Nobody
Possibly
else
fair.
is going to go. All right, we got to shut up. Go ahead, JB.
Just one more super chat shout out to Francis J. Fox sending in $1.99. He said, I thought Sean's headphones were small, not we.
Yes.
Yeah,
boom.
you.
I cannot believe I found these things. 'Cause
Legendary
you know how
stuff.
dude, you know how you have to find one with an adapter. And none of my headphones have an adapter. And
Yep.
this thing had an adapter. And now I can hear, damn it.
That's right.
All right, justice. Everybody is looking out for justice. Why? Because so many entities are looking to minimize their liability. Corporations, the government, your insurance company. So when that happens, you need a fighter. You need a guy who's going to go there and win. Not just any fighter. You need the fighter. You need Ven Johnson. Go to venfights.com and get the justice that you deserve.
And BlackRock, KG.
Let me tell the people about BlackRock, because if you're looking for dinner plans that sizzle, head to BlackRock Bar and Grill, home of the steak on the stone. Treat yourself on Tuesdays with their Tasty Tuesday special for just $13.99. You can feast on a half pound of ribs, coconut shrimp, and fries. Then start your weekend early with your sizzling Thursdays. You'll get a 6-ounce sirloin shrimp scampi, your choice of soup and salad, and a side for only $20. That's all it takes is a dub. It's not just a meal, it's an experience, and you can check that out at blackrockrestaurants.com.
This place is a total pigsty. Relax, Larry. It's just a few socks. A few? It's chaos. Chill, man.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that. Don't just survive. Thrive.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shaq Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Hey, want to tell you about our favorite drink. I will always and forever think about Sun Cruiser and the Lions. I will, because that's been our jam on our pregame show. KG, Neil, myself, we have pounded many of them. But you know it's not just a football drink. This is one of those drinks, man. Tell you what, sit on the back porch. Maybe you're a guy like me. You got the barbecue rolling. You got the smoker on as well. There's something about sitting there with the drink in your hand while there's some great smelling meat on the grill. Real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles. A clean, crisp sip that will not fill you up on game day. Great flavors. I'm telling you, I love the peach. It is outstanding. But they've got the lemonade, the pink lemonade, the raspberry. This spring, summer, and into football season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports. Please drink responsibly. I can't get it out of my head.
I know, man.
B-Lad, you're the... I can't, like...
And we got to wait all night to get the result.
Exactly.
I went to go get water, and I'm sitting there filling up my water. It was almost like I was in my catatonic state from doing all my mock drafts last night. So now when I get home, I know what I'm doing for 2 hours. I am going to do move-ups. I'm going to do move-ups in the immediate 4 or 5 before us.
Yeah.
Brad getting aggressive. I mean, you talk about tendencies, and ain't a lot of tendencies of him trading back. So
that is true, actually.
He hasn't traded back a whole lot.
I'm intrigued, man.
He only did it that one time. Well,
for Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs. Yeah,
yeah, for Gibbs. Yep. But that's about it. At least that I can name.
That's the one thing that we can say when you talk about Brad's drafts is you can expect the unexpected.
Yeah. His board is different than everybody else.
It just is.
Yeah.
It just is. And in fairness to Brad, I think his big credit card, and there's a lot of credit on that, is Jack Campbell and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
No doubt.
All right? I'd be okay with them being the smartest guy in the room with that pick. Just give me the best available moving back so that – what's the rest of it?
We can make more moves on day 2. So, Eric, shout out to Eric Allen, by the way.
I'm telling you right now, I have a feeling that they end up in the 3rd round. How do they do it? What kind of package do they put together? I just have a feeling that they end up in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
It might involve their 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But, yeah, getting into the 3rd round would be huge for the Lions this year.
There is – I know for all the talk, and Jeff brought this isn't a great draft, this is a bad draft and all that stuff. I also think there are a bunch of guys in the mid-rounds, which, I mean, you know as well as I do how important that is. You got to hit on some of those. I'm not saying hit on all of them. I'm not saying – if you have 8 picks, okay? I'm not saying go 7 for 8, okay? But hit on a couple of those guys. Hit on that 3rd rounder. Hit on that 4th rounder. It's just so and I think there's a lot of guys, and I bring up the kid from LSU, Harold Perkins. I think there are a lot of guys that, could come in and be damn good.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at. My brain, I have a problem.
My brain.
My brain, I'm serious. Who is it? Who is it?
I think if they move up, it's Keldrick Falk. That's just me.
I can agree with KG there.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome.
I had kind of given up the thought of him. I really had.
Me too.
On a personal level.
Me too.
Kind of given up. And now you're making me go back there?
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He,
hard meat and everything.
shout out Brendan, man.
I'm over here. Bricked up. Come on, boys.
All right, let's wait. I wish we had time. Can we all take like a moment of silence and like rack our brains? Because it's like, with the show, we all have to keep talking. We all have to keep doing our things. I wish I could take like a moment just to think about it, because I'm intrigued. Let's wait and see. All right. We'll all find out together. Once again, we'll be at Massage Chair House just down the road. We're coming to you live. Who knows how long we'll be on? I know we're going through the Lion
Well, if
Pick.
they move up.
Scott will be with us through the Lion Pick. And if they move up, Scott may not be with us that long, for goodness sake. But,
Yeah.
he's got other responsibilities, but he's a cool dude. He was like, I'm going to roll with you guys, and he and I have done so much over the years. So I appreciate that, Scoop. Thank you very much. KG, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about the Pistons. We're going to be bouncing around a lot today. I hope you can understand that.
Yeah, a lot going on. Even Eiserman's supposed to talk today, I heard, 11 o'clock.
Ooh.
Do you want me to tell you what he's going to say?
The same shit he always says.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Are you ready? No, here it comes. You ready? I look at success differently than you do. Mm-hmm. I see progress. We like where a lot of our young players are at. The prices were too high.
Yeah.
We could play Steve Eiserman bingo today.
Yeah.
And if
He'll be asked about his job at some point too, and then he'll be like,
I don't think about things like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I
Yep.
appreciate the question, KG. I don't, and when the burrow goes down, when he does this,
Yeah.
okay, you know he's a little agitated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think about things like that. I've had conversations with Christopher Illich, and I told him where I feel the franchise is at, and I told him that we're on the right path, and I let you guys talk about that. So yeah. I could do the presser if you guys want. I could do that. KG, we're in for a dogfight.
Yeah.
No, we're in for a dogfight. You don't think so? You know what? All right, let me.
I don't know, man.
I'm going to look at it. I did this earlier, and I'm going to do the same thing to you. You ready?
Yeah.
I am now in Orlando. I am doing a show like this in Orlando. I am on the radio in Orlando. I am an Orlando Magic fan. Guys, we had one crap quarter. Out of 8 quarters in Detroit, we had one crap quarter.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're Orlando, yeah, you saying that today.
All right. We took home court advantage. What more do you have to see that we can play with these guys? We've had them out of sync. Okay. The turnovers yesterday were disgusting. I mean, 22 overall is bad, but I'm convinced there were 15 or 16 in the first half alone, okay? If I'm Orlando, I'm looking at this differently. Now, I don't want to take anything away from what happened last night, because you know what the Pistons did? They checked the 2 boxes that I want to see.
Yeah.
They checked the defense box. That was a must.
Yeah.
And multiple guys had double digits.
Yep.
A win,
Yeah.
right? But you don't think we're in for a dogfight?
Depending on the way this game played out, I'm not sure. I think the Pistons, if they can play like they played last night, I feel like they can win this in 5. And that was my initial prediction from the jump. And they did everything.
Same with me.
Yeah, and they did everything I wanted them to do last night, because, like, for one, you had to get the paint back. They absolutely manned you in the paint the last game, offensively and defensively, and you had to go get that back. I asked for K to be efficient early in the game, because I knew if he comes out firing, the Orlando Magic defensively, they got to make some adjustments. They got to kind of get out their game plan a little bit. And you saw that. You saw that in real time. And it was just the energy and effort from the time that the ball tipped off. They set an aggression. They set an attitude. And they kind of let the Orlando Magic know, nah, y'all not getting away with that same shit y'all got away with in game 1. So I know the first half, a lot of people was kind of panicking because the game was so close, and the turnovers is something they can clean up. Mind you, the Pistons did not play their best game last night.
No.
And you held a team, an NBA team in the playoffs, to 83 points, not playing your best game.
The team at full
That's
strength.
what they're capable of. You outscored them by 30 plus points in the third quarter, not playing your best game. So that shows you just how good the Pistons can be when they are hitting on all cylinders. And I think the attitude is back. They got the monkey off their back now. First playoff win since 08. That's in the books. That's done. LCA is coordinated. They can go. They can go just focus on the task at hand and be the best team they could be. I think they got this, man. They had Orlando shook last night.
Oh, they got it. There's no listen, they're going to win the series. I just don't think that this is going to be the walk that a lot of people thought it was going to be.
No.
I really don't. I don't think it's going to be the walk. And I've admitted this already, but I'm going to say it again. This was not like I was all in last night because my kid and I were watching the game on our phones at the Tiger game.
Yeah.
And by the way, I walked over. I did walk over after the Tiger game. It was cool, man.
It was.
I bet.
It was cool. It was like one of those nights my kid and I looked at each other. Although you know how it is this time of year, once the sun goes down, it goes from a beautiful night to it is freezing. Okay.
Yeah.
But just the vibe. I'm sorry. I'm a sucker for things like that because I remember a day, as I'm sure many of you do, where there wasn't anything going on downtown.
No.
There was nothing going on.
Dead zone down there.
And it was just people hanging around and having a good time like that.
That's good.
I
man.
love stuff like that.
That's good. I felt good for Brendan, man. It's his first Pistons playoff dub, bro.
Yeah, I literally can remember.
The younger guys, I really felt for them, man. That one was for them.
Isn't it unbelievable? In the second quarter, KG, all those variables you were talking about started to happen, but minus the turnovers. The turnovers were deplorable.
Yeah.
But you saw, okay, all right, this looks like the Pistons. Okay, this is good. And Orlando just kept matching them.
Yeah.
And it stayed tied seemingly forever. And again, I don't know if you had that same.
Well,
I'm watching the Tigers and then I put my head down.
for sure.
And I'm watching the Tigers and I put my head down. And I'm going, son of a bitch, these guys won't go away.
No, they were matching them, but it was a completely different game from in game one. Guys weren't efficient, in that first half. You were speeding their offense up in a lot of ways because of how you were guarding the perimeter, which caused them to make a lot of mistakes as well. Like the only bad stats that the Pistons had was the turnovers and the free throw percentage. At the free throw line, you got to take advantage when you get there, man. That's been a sticking point for me all season, and it's starting to rear itself in the playoffs. So I want to see them improve there. But every other stat was either even or they were dominating. And especially points in the paint early in this game, they had a 20-point advantage from the first quarter on. This was not – they didn't fuck around. They did not fuck around. So I do get it, but at the same time, it's competitive NBA basketball.
Yeah.
And competitive playoff basketball, I do expect the Orlando Magic to kind of keep pace, but when it was winning time in that third quarter, you just saw them pull away, man. I mean, you held them to what, three or 5 points in that third quarter? That's amazing. That's amazing.
By the way, I told you we're going to jump around all day. So what's KG? Guess what's on Get Off right now?
Oh, what we got?
Okay, Jera wasn't talking. He sent Steven out there.
Oh.
Yep, the mouthpiece.
I got my bib on.
Yeah.
I got a fork and a knife, and I'm ready to eat. Steven was just holding court saying, let's start with the fact that it's not easy to pay two receivers top of the market. Was I'm paraphrasing his quote that he just had.
Talking about the franchise tag.
Yeah, and they're not talking long-term deal with Pickens right now, okay?
Yeah, they franchise tagging him.
Go.
I'm telling you.
Hi, Stephen. This is Brad. Well, Bradley, my father told me much about you. I'm sure we can do business.
Bradley.
Yes, we can, Stephen. Yes, we can.
Oh, my God. I would love
Call
it,
the Jones boys.
Please,
Call
man.
the Jones boys.
Please move up for an edge. Bro.
Yeah, I want to make it crystal clear.
Or a linebacker.
There are I'm not sounding the alarm. Last night was a get right. Last night, the Pistons just didn't need that. We needed that.
Absolutely.
B-Lad needed that.
Faith restored.
There's only one thing I have to say, and I'm going to do my best Shannon Sharp impression. Desmond Bain, stay in your lane. I'm going insane. Pistons in 5.
I love it, man.
Let's go.
I love it.
This is going to be a dogfight, though. I think even in 5, I think...
No, for sure. They're not going to make it easy for you.
No.
And
Was it you that brought it up? They're an 8 in name only. Now that they're healthy, I think they're an 8 in name.
And they're a size mismatch for the Pistons. You want to be real about it. The Pistons don't have a lot of length on their team, but somehow they play crazy defensively. Like the job that Beef Stew and guys like Javonte Green did last night, when those two came into the game, I was calling them the demolition crew because they was just in there wrecking. They was everywhere. Javonte Green making it hard on people like Paolo and stuff like that. The defensive effort was night and day from what we saw in game 1, and that's the calling card for the Pistons. When they play defense like that, they can compete with anybody in this league, man. So if they continue to do that, that defense will create opportunities for the offense, and I think that they can, like I said, it won't be easy, but I do see them being the better team and getting past the Orlando Magic, hopefully in 5 games.
I'm going to say it again. I detest the fact that we have to wait. I detest it. I'm sorry. I detest it. I wish it was every other night. And if I sound like the old guy saying that, then so be it.
Yeah.
It drives me out of my mind. So, yeah, you guys are going to be – are you doing it again?
Not today, but we will. The next game is Saturday, I believe. So, yeah, we'll be doing a watch party pre and post. I believe Kool-Aid will be on deck with us because it's an away game. So,
dude, what a day that'll be.
Oh, man.
Legit. Like the third day of the draft.
Yep, with the young bulls handling the show, man.
Me and young Justin will be on the desk with Gordo and Hefe in the booths.
I did not know that for real.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Oh, I can't wait to check.
Yeah, they putting the Young Bucks on for day 3, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
I can't wait to check that out. Yeah, so we've got legitimately we've got you covered the next few days. See, now I have to look it up. Hold on just a second. I just want to make sure what time that game is. It's a 1 o'clock game. 1 o'clock game on Saturday.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Early game.
Yeah. I'm actually happy about this.
Me too.
All right. I ain't trying to be out all goddamn night again, man. I'm dying right now.
Saturday's going to be an epic day, though, right?
Yeah, that's a big day.
Now I got to look and see what time the Tigers are playing.
Tigers, yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves for just a second.
Yeah, man.
I got to see what time the Tigers are playing.
Speaking of Tigers, I know who you owe an apology to, or you may owe an apology.
I may.
May.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not going to. Tigers and Reds are 7-15. Okay, listen.
That's a hell of a
I
day.
have convinced myself that Casey Mize is just a guy. He's just a guy. All right, he's never going to live up to his draft status, okay? I've convinced myself. And again, look, do you want the guy to be everything he was drafted to be? Of course. But everything that he has shown me, he's got a little flaherty in him.
Yeah.
He likes to put guys on base.
Yeah.
And that's why I said a little bit of flaherty, because Jack has a lot of bit of flaherty in him, obviously.
Well, they got the same problem. Command.
Yes.
They can't fucking command the baseball.
Dude, listen. He looks good. He looks really good.
Yeah, that was one of his better outings maybe of his Tiger career.
I don't know. Did you catch a lot of it? Because
I didn't catch a lot of it, no.
All right. Early on in particular, he was mowing guys. And I'm going, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Now, I wish he didn't hate the 7th inning as much as he does. He's allergic to the 7th inning. I don't like that, especially now. And KG, we talked about this yesterday. It would behoove the Tigers right now. It would behoove A.J. Hinch right now to see if he could move some of his starters into the 7th inning a little more often.
Yeah. Right.
With the issues with the pen right now,
it's fair.
It would be great. And in fairness, last night, I didn't even look at how many pitches he threw. I should have done that. He was at 88 pitches last night through 6 innings. 88 pitches.
And he was cooking.
He really was.
Yeah.
7 Ks. Now, again, I will take a 1 whip all day. 3 hits, 3 walks. Don't like the walks, but I'll take the 1 whip all day. I would love nothing more than to apologize to Mr. Mize for, saying a while ago now, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
He's just a guy. I would love nothing more. Could you imagine? If he's just really good, I'm okay with that.
That would be nice, for real. Because, I mean, you talking about a guy that was coming off of an all-star season, And, you know, we know the problems with Casey Mize. Like you said, he's never going to live up to that contract. So I think that, or his draft position. So I think people need to take that into account. But that don't mean he can't be a good pitcher. Like, his stuff has been undeniable since he's come in. It's been the injury issues. It's been the problems with his command that you've seen mostly throughout his career. But, I mean, last night he had it cooking. I heard, you know, he had that slider rolling as well. That's not a pitch that he throws out a lot. You know, because he's a splitter guy. We all know that splitter, if it's working, it can work. But that slider being what it was last night and him just going out there doing what he does, that was amazing to see, man. You need more outings from him because that back of the starting rotation, you do kind of worry about those guys.
For sure.
You know, Jack Flaherty, we don't know what we're going to get out of him day to day. Casey Mize is kind of in that same boat, but when he's good and he's on, the same as Jack Flaherty, though. When he's good and he's on, watch the hell out, man. But that was a good outing from him, one of his best.
It's like the Wrath of Khan. Remember when Shatner gets so mad?
God!
Have you guys? This is gonna. You went to a ball game already this year, right?
Yeah. I thought JV was pitching that first
All right,
weekend.
have you been to a
Yeah,
ball game
I
yet?
just went to game 1 versus Milwaukee when Kiter started, when we just got blown out.
This is gonna sound really weird, but I think baseball elitists will get it because like my kid brought it up to me and he's like total baseball elite. I love baseball, but I think if you want to count somebody in the elite, they got to be elite.
Oh, for sure.
It's almost like the good, great conversation.
Right.
We're so apt to say somebody's great around here. Stop it, okay? I swear to God, did you notice this? My kid when McGonigal hit that double yesterday,
Yeah.
okay, and knocked in Baez, there is a different sound when the ball comes off his bat. I swear to God,
You ain't the only person to say that.
I am not being cheesy. When you're in the park, and so much so, I know you guys were in total Piston mode last night, like in the group chat.
Yeah.
But I literally go, I'm sorry to change the subject. Like, listen to the ball come off of McGonigal's bat.
Oh, yeah.
It sounds different, man.
Yeah, we were sitting in right field because we watched game 1 versus Milwaukee, and he hit that double down the right field line, and we were all like, whoa. Like, and even that, you know, to
That
your point
kid,
there, like
man.
that at bat that he had when he broke that double, what was like 13 pitch at bat,
Yeah.
and he still got out of there with that double. Like, that's elite stuff. Like, that is something that you get from veterans, like the best of the best right there. He's showing. Oh man, I don't even have anything to say.
It was funny because like I took a second and I was like, what was that? And my boy immediately goes, listen to that. Like immediately, like he just goes, it sounds different.
Yeah.
My man's a professional hitter.
No, that's a fact.
He's like that.
He like it is like that.
Yeah.
You're damn right it's like that.
He's freaking good.
Look, Rookie of the Year loading. That's
Has
all I'm
to
gonna
be.
say.
Oh, there
Has to be.
gotta be.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
And so if he wins Rookie of the Year, the Tigers get a compensation pick, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct. We have to look at that again. I
Yeah.
believe I've heard something to that degree.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta this is the year for Kyle Pitts, by the way. It didn't
Oh man, yeah, the trade talks. I heard.
I just want to make sure this is the year. It's finally happening. This year.
Man,
Hey, he low-key kind of turned up towards the end last year.
I don't want to hear that.
Like
I'm still never touching him with a 10-foot pole in any of my fantasy leagues.
Byron
man.
Buxton, Kyle Pitts. Okay, every sport has that guy.
Facts.
Yeah.
This is the year for Byron Buxton. Clearly, shout out to all my Twins fans. This is the year for Byron Buxton.
Kyle
This
Pitts.
is the year for Kyle Pitts. It's all coming together this year.
If he gets out of Atlanta and he don't show anything, then yeah, it's a wrap. But he is in the midst of trade rumors right
Watch
now.
out for Atlanta, too.
We're gonna hit that.
Kevin Stefanski over there.
Tim
Yep.
Twentyman, 11 players that fit the Lions. Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft. Is he a fit with Kyle Pitts?
Wink, wink.
Lots to do before we get out of here. But first, KG, where are we going?
Let's take a stroll to. You know what? I will do the Royal Junior Jesters from Gold Crown because if you're gonna smoke, you should smoke like royalty. These things are absolutely amazing. 3.5 grams total. coated in keef and live resin infused. These ain't your grandma's hit it twice and hope for the best pre-rolls. This is the Lions trading up in the draft pre-rolls. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all get your Royal Junior Jesters and get ready for the draft party tonight, because if you're gonna smoke, you should smoke like royalty.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that. Don't just survive. Thrive.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? We got everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
All right, let me tell you about Buddies. Get ready to eat great and give back. Yep, that's right. This Monday, our friends at Buddies, by the way, happy birthday, Buddies. 80 years of delivering the best Detroit-style pizza. Why is it the best? It was the original. Yeah. Did you know that? Buddies has been doing it for 80 years, and they were the first, and they're hosting their 50th annual Slice for Life fundraiser. When you dine in or carry out at any Buddies location on the 27th, 20% of the total sales will be donated directly to the Capuchin Soup Kitchen. Buddies has raised over $4 million for this amazing cause since 1976. So not only are they delivering great pizza, they've been giving back in many different ways for many different years. You can also order from their limited time veggie collection all month long, and they'll donate $1 for every item sold. Enjoy a great meal and support a great cause with Buddies on Monday, April 27th. I know we've got some super chats to get to. I'm never going to complain when somebody sends me their mock drafts on the day of the draft. Dante just sent this to me. This makes me Spencer Fano and Malachi Lawrence.
Oh, wow.
Those are his two picks. Okay.
Did he stay at 17 for Fano, or did he move up?
He has him moving up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, my pants are off. That's cool.
Pretty
that
much.
was easy.
Yeah.
That was. By the way, before you get to it, all right, so here at the Woodward Sports Studios, we have a bunch of monitors up, like with different things on, okay, different channels and everything. Honestly, during the break, there were 2 different shows talking about the potential chaos in the draft tonight.
Ooh. I don't know how you thought it was just going to be run-of-the-mill. What draft is ever really run-of-the-mill?
Bradley.
It's not a lot of them.
Bradley.
All right, we got some super chats we got to get
Bradley.
to.
Nah, shout out to everybody contributing to the super chats right now. We absolutely appreciate y'all. We had this one coming in from Chris Putnam. He says, hopefully Brad goes up to 12 to get in front of the Ravens and draft loan. or Ione. That could be our very own Shell and Upshaw.
That was, when was that? Maybe 3-4 weeks ago. Remember that he was the guy that a lot of people were talking about, and then it kind of went underground.
Yeah,
because I mean, guys, they need interior and they need a tackle. They do, and you know how they like to do business. They like to stack. They do. They like to say, okay, we know what this guy's going to do, and you know what, we're gonna plug this guy in at some point in time as well. So,
yeah. I don't know. Interior defensive tackle, though? I don't know.
Offensive.
Okay,
yeah,
offense. So guard.
IOL.
Yeah. Okay.
IOL. No doubt.
All right, then we got this next one in here from Adam from the D. He says, Casey looks like his best version going into the contract year. 2.5 ERA, easily the third best starter so far. WHIP is only 1.15. Kevin is our star we've wanted.
Dude, I agree with you. I can't argue that. And again, I say it with cautious optimism. Okay, I would love to see it continue, and I will be the first person to say, hey, you know what? He's not just a guy. Can I take it a step further? Just a real quick step further. I think he's been their second best starter. I think he's been better than Framber.
Oh yeah.
I think he has
too.
Been
actually,
better than Framber
for sure.
Yeah.
He's been, and don't throw Flaherty. Don't do that.
Oh no, we not.
Flaherty.
But Mize really only had the one bad start, to be real. So,
dude, like legit, 2.51 ERA, 1.15 WHIP.
Killing right now.
Are you kidding me?
Some of the best numbers on the team besides that man.
That at all.
Dude, I'll take it all day.
Gotta love that. We do have another super chat in here.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
No, I absolutely appreciate y'all.
Last night, Casey Mize has everything working right now. When you watch him pitch,
you were at the game last night?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. So was I.
Oh, really?
You didn't want to come see your friend?
I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, I was there with my son.
Yeah, I was there with my dad. So,
okay, cool.
But it was so awesome watching him pitch like that. He had complete control of the zone, something you can't say about most guys on this team. The one run was, he had a walk with 2 outs, which was really, you don't want to do that. And you did it to the best hitter on their team to bring up the heart of their order. But a great start from Mize. That's 3 or 4 straight games now where he has been so solid. Definitely the second best starter in this team. And we've seen it in the beginning of last year. When he's on, he's on. Dude. He's an all-star level pitcher. When he's off, he's Jack Flaherty.
Yeah, dude, I would gleefully apologize to him. I had convinced myself that he's nothing more than a guy. All right. By the way, now I need to bring it up to you. I didn't hear we were chatting last night. I didn't even know you were there. Did you hear the same thing? When McGonagall got that double, it's just a different sound off his bat, man. It was like my kid looked at me and he was like, "Did you hear that?" And I was like, "Yeah." It just sounds different.
It's a thump. Every time it's off his bat and he gets contact on it, we're seeing 111, 114 exit velo. Like true nerdy stuff like that. Only the greats are hitting at that clip. And it's just the swing path, man. He's such a beautiful swing. And you pair that with the unbelievable plate discipline at his age. He is he's going to be a superstar, man. That kid is phenomenal.
No doubt in my mind.
Oh, my God. Every time he swings the bat, it's must-see TV.
By the way, this isn't just for young Justin, who I'm glad he's here. Some of these guys, like, seriously, all-day duty for some of these guys. Total tip of the cap to guys like Justin and B-Lad and KG. All-day duty today. Appreciate you big time. In case you missed it, young Justin, and some of you that are maybe tuning in right now, we had Jeff Risdon on, one of the best in the business. I'm so sincere when I say that. I'm not just saying that because he's my guy. Risdon dropped a bomb on us this morning. He said the same source that told him the last 2 years what the Lions were going to do the night before the draft said that the Lions are planning to move up, that they like somebody. And in fairness, he wouldn't tell us, and I didn't ask because that's
right.
Okay. You're not going to get an answer, okay? I can't stand when, hey, Steve, who are you looking at in free agency? Well, we're going to look at Steve, who? Do you really think he's going to tell you?
Right.
But, yeah, Risdon dropped a bomb and said his source was saying that he thinks the Lions are going to move up and there's somebody that they're looking at who is not an offensive tackle.
I think that there is a major fall off in talent once you get outside that top 12, top 14. And if we're talking about getting up into there,
it's under my ass cheek now.
If we're talking about getting up there, oh my Lord, the amount of good players that are going to be up there. We're not talking about the third edge. We're talking about the Reuben Baines. We're talking about the Caleb Downs.
Stop it.
We're talking.
Stop it.
What?
Reuben Baines.
That part.
Could you imagine?
I could not. I
can't,
honestly,
for real.
my jaw would be
Full
on the
nudity.
floor.
Full nudity.
Yeah,
Not
pants
just
are off.
my pants. Everything's off.
Like Massage Chair House better watch out because
It's
we're
gonna be some
catching a suit
naked
if
asses in them seats.
they get Reuben Bain at 10. But I got all those reports too. Maybe he falls a little bit. Maybe there's an avenue for that.
Stop it.
Nah, if he falls, then anything's possible. I ain't gonna hold you. But
Anything is possible.
anything's possible. If he falls,
Where's
bro,
KG? The other KG.
I'm telling you, bro.
Anything
I'm
is
telling you.
possible.
And speaking of Jeff Risden, we did have this other super chat in here from Steven Baffy. He said $5 from you. Shout out. Risden has me brick thinking about Reese. That's a little bit much. Reese as a strong side backer with Hutch or Downs back there with Kirby. And dropping Branch to nickel / I think he maybe meant safety or star, but yeah.
That also could be for Ione though.
Yeah.
That was a name. We were just talking about that before you walked in. That was a name that was out there like a month ago, and then it just kind of went away. Because listen, they need an IOL.
Yep.
Like I'm sorry, they do. They need a tackle. They need an IOL, and I'm not against it. I'm not against it at all.
I'm not either.
I don't.
I know, Sean. I know.
I can't let my brain go there.
The
the
thoughts
edge
of Arvell Reese, like, come on, they not moving that far. If they were to move up, I don't think they getting into the top 5. But come on, but
I can't let my brain go there with edge, because I have convinced myself through Brad's actions that he doesn't put value in the other side, whether it be trade deadline, whether it be off seasons, whether it be drafts. Okay, if Brad changes his tune and goes and grabs one of those edges, that's good in so many different ways, because my biggest fear is stubborn. I hate stubborn. I hate it, okay? You have to learn, okay, this isn't working, so we have to try something else. We have to get, you and I have talked about it, creative, Mr. Iserman.
Yes.
We have to, okay, we tried. It was a great effort. I'm not saying it was wrong, but it hasn't worked the way that we wanted it to work. If Brad does that, oh my gosh, I don't want to think about it.
I know, man. He could shock us, man. We do got this last super chat.
The good news is if he's moving up that far, he's not getting a corner.
No, I don't think so.
Nah.
I don't think so.
Like if he's moving up that far, it's for a true playmaker on the defensive side of the ball, and it's Bain, it's Downs.
Safety.
I mean, if Downs falls to 10, I'd be running to the podium if they made that trade.
Do you know how many people have said what Risden said though? That like he's the best player in the draft.
Yeah.
He's the best player in the draft. I mean that's a huge statement.
You see it when he's on the field with superstars. I mean, 2 other top 10 picks in this draft alone, on top of another first rounder, and then last year played with 3 other first round picks, and he every single snap looks like the best player on the field. It's the way that he roams, it's the way that he reads the defense, and he is always with his nose on the football, no matter if it's over his head or in front of him.
Love it. All right, what else you got, KG?
Yeah, just this last super chat. It's a shout out for Justin. Mike Willette, $2. Shout out Justin from up here in Sault Ste. Marie.
Shout out to Mike. Mike's hospitality. He bestowed upon us up there in Sault Ste. Marie. Bought us a couple beers. They got a great Lakers blonde ale up there. New beer I tried. Very good. I mean, Sue, what a time. Hockey City. Just they do anything for hockey. I love being up there. It's a vibe. I can't wait to go see the old barn with their new renovations up there in the fall. We'll see you soon, Mike.
That's another place I'd love to go catch the Devils up there in high school hockey. I love it. Absolutely love it. I really do. So KG,
What's
Tim
up?
Twentyman's 11 players that fit the Lions.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look at this. Tim
All
does
right.
such a fantastic job for DetroitLions.com. All right.
There we go.
Taylor Green.
Is any one of those players a Lion by the end of the night?
I'll tell you what, Taylor Green, if I was a team who didn't have a quarterback, I would be trying to use a third or a fourth on
All
him.
day.
The upside is there. I do not see him as a Lion, though. I could see Hemby being a Lion as our third string back.
Yeah.
I would love another Rodrigo. Jacob Rodriguez.
I would love Jacob Rodriguez.
Will he be there at 50? I don't know. Legit, I don't know.
It's so hard to grade those guys who are in college forever.
You see my boy up there. You see him. You see Big Keldrick right there. Tell
I
me,
like
bro.
Keldrick. I like him a lot. I think he's a very similar player to Marcus Davenport.
In terms of play or injury history?
In terms of build. Like,
Okay,
he's got
yeah.
a very similar build. He's a run-stuffing edge. I mean, he's not going to light up on the sack sheet, but
Yeah.
I also really like Avion Terrell.
No, he's a dog.
He's a dog.
I don't know if the Lions will go corner though, but he is a dog
but
for
he is
sure.
a
If they stay at 17, I wouldn't take.
I wouldn't
Terrell off
rule
the
it out.
board.
Yeah.
I think that's a possibility there.
Dude, we talked.
Caleb Banks in the second round. I
We
like that.
talked so much about Keldrick Falk, like to the point where Maz was like, "That's your guy," and I had completely given up all hope that he was going to come here.
Yeah.
Completely for a myriad of reasons. Number one, will he be there? And number two, most importantly, Brad does not put a premium on that. Could he tonight? Maybe.
He might switch up.
I like that three clump right there of Eli Stowers, Jennings Dunker, and Monroe Freeling.
Yeah.
I unfortunately don't see Stowers being a Lion, though. I don't think he fits what we're trying to do. I think if we're going to bring in another tight end, he's a gadget guy. He's more of a receiver tight end hybrid.
Yeah.
He lines outside a lot. I don't think that's what Petzing likes. Petzing likes to run a lot of 12 formation. Jennings Dunker's a guy he just mauls people. He might be a guard in the NFL. But
Yeah, that was Sean's guy, Jennings Dunker.
Yeah, either way, I just think he mauls guys. Wherever
Look
you put
at
him,
that
he's going to be
red waterfall,
exactly.
though.
Yeah, and
That's-
the
my
stash
gosh.
combo, that's epic.
Can't fail in the NFL with the red mully. And
Are
then
you
Monroe
kidding me?
Freeling, we've talked about in nauseum.
Of course, yeah.
Highest potential outside of Maui Goa in the draft, but obviously has a couple, smudges on the resume.
I'm going to say this again, and I don't know if there's any validity to it, but I went into a catatonic mode last night, and I'm not joking. While I had the Stanley Cup playoffs on after we got back from the Tiger game, I was going like this, doing mock draft after mock draft. Like, honestly, something came over me. I was in my body, but I was outside my body, watching myself be a complete loser at the computer screen. And after doing it, time and time and time again, I was shocked how many times Freeling was available at 17.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of those times, Spencer was available at 17 as well. And I was like, there's no way that plays itself out. But it's almost like, when you do it over and over and over and over, and then you take the average and everything, I was like, well, okay, if I'm doing these all these times, then that means there might be a chance. I don't know. That's what I was trying to tell myself. So,
And there's always those unpredictables. I mean, 2 years in the draft, we had the unheard of run on offensive players where they didn't pick a defensive player until around 20. I don't think that's going to happen, but there's always going to be those runs that will happen before 17 that are non-negotiables. You have the run on wide receivers that will be 3 straight picks of wide receiver before 17. You have a run on quarterbacks. I do think
not this year. Not this year.
They always get desperate, Sean.
They always
They
do.
always get desperate.
I agree with you, and I have screamed that at people for decades, okay? In my mind, at most, you're getting 2 in the first round.
I only think we're getting 2. I
Yeah.
think people saying that Ty Simpson's a second-round quarterback, I think that's blasphemy.
He brings up a good point, though. If you really like the guy, you're going to do everything you can to move into the first round to buy that extra year.
Yeah.
You are. And that's
Especially for a quarterback, you probably plan to sit behind a guy for a year.
If I were a betting man, I would agree with you. I would say 1, but it wouldn't shock me if you know how a team works. Well, wait a second. We had this guy graded out at 34, 35 anyway.
Yeah.
What the hell does it hurt to move up a couple extra picks and get an extra year for him? Yeah, it's going to cost us a little draft capital, but that's worth it if we believe this guy. You know?
Absolutely, if he hits. then
So
you look like a genius.
that's the only thing, Justin, and I agree that you're going to see those runs. It's a lot easier
And
when
the run
you're
on
talking.
tackle. That's the last run. The
Well,
run on tackle.
there's that group in my mind, a group of 4 around the Lions. There's a group of 4 where Freeling, Proctor, Blake Miller, where you're sitting there going, how's this going to happen? This is made a lot easier if you have 4 or 5 quarterbacks. So because then all of a sudden, crap, 2 of those guys went. Well, you know what? We had B-Lad. He's our strong number 3rd. We got to get him.
Yeah.
We got to get him before somebody else gets him.
Yeah.
The only thing, if you see more than 2 quarterbacks, it'll be toward the end of the first round. Because I did see a tweet. They talking about Carson Beck might be first round pick. I saw a tweet. I'm just saying, I saw a tweet.
I saw the same tweet.
I'm just saying, I saw a tweet.
I saw the same tweet.
Isabella coming with him?
Yeah, hey,
if Abella's there, I'm moving into the first round.
I'm trading up.
I'm way moving in that.
I'm just saying.
That poor guy. There's no validity, by the way, that they're dating. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, there's no validity.
But he hit that for sure.
Oh, they're tied.
Oh,
together forever.
he hit the hell out of that.
100%.
He tore that shit up.
Well, maybe they just went to a spa and were holding hands and
sharing drinks.
They're just friends.
Yeah, that's all.
Holding hands and floating down the lazy river.
Yeah.
All right, who do you think they're going to take?
Who, the Lions,
Yeah,
man?
put your money where your mouth is. You ready?
Man, I think they're going to tackle. I got to play the safe route. But I want the edge. I am. My Lions fan kicking in.
Which one?
I like Keldrick Falk still. I like him a lot. I think he fits exactly what we're trying to do here. But
I would lose my if you got Falk, I would absolutely lose my mind. And I'm gonna say I really like that Harold Perkins kid. If you got him later in the draft, I think that is, not to use a female quote, I saw a clump of dirt and I knew if I cleaned it, there's a diamond underneath. Like that kind of crap, But yeah, that's my pipe dream, Falk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not allowing my brain to think that way. I'm with you. I think when all is said and done, even with this new information at our disposal, and there's nothing wrong with it. See, KG, we're falling into the trap. You and I have consistently been saying, stop asking for shiny things.
I know.
This isn't a shiny thing draft. And here we are. What do we do in the morning of the draft?
Oh, of course, man. My inner lion coming out, man.
The Kool-Aid is being sipped on right now. Actually, I'm chugging it.
I think Freeling's there.
He could be.
I do. I think Freeling's there, and I think that's a pick.
I'm cool with
see.
Freeling. I'd be more than okay
The pants
with
are
that.
off of Freeling if we get
Yeah,
Freeling.
seriously, I'm more than okay with that.
You know, the funny thing is there's even money that the pants are going to be off regardless, right? They're just something, and Bishop, you'll know, we'll be standing by, and Bishop will go like this, and then his eyes will just be straight like that.
Yep.
Sean, do you have pants on? No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I tell you what though, if Bane end up falling, bro, y'all gotta make that happen, bro. But I think it's fault. But we'll see.
We're definitely not staying at 17.
We're doing shiny things again.
We
We are doing the exact thing.
It's okay.
We've been telling people this since like the second week of December. Stop wanting shiny things, and here we are.
Hey man,
that's all right.
Shit changes, man. On
the
draft
sun's
night.
out. Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's
The sun's out.
On draft night,
it's gonna
shit
be nice.
changes.
It's like 70 degrees today.
And we've been teased. Dave Burkett. You got Jeff Risden. They teasing us too, man.
I'm gonna be coming into the draft party night like Maz. How you doing?
I think it's more validity. We done heard multiple people kind of allude to it now. So now my antennas are up. My antennas are up.
I'm ready to take these damn pants off, man.
I mean, Brad could shock us, dog. He really could.
I don't think people
wouldn't be the first
understand.
time.
It wouldn't be the first time.
It would not be the first time.
Again, I'm going to go with tendencies. Okay, the tendencies, he doesn't put a lot into that other edge. That is a factual statement. And there's a tendency of him to move around a little bit in the draft.
All you got to do is get up to like 13, too. You ain't got to move up a whole lot. Just get to like 13, 12. Like, come on. That's all you got to do. Jarrah.
Give him a call.
Jarrah.
Well, if it ain't my old friend Bradley. he's like Leo, right?
Right. Hell yeah. Miss Oil Candy.
Oh.
Miss Oil Candy.
Jeez. All right, we'll see. Freeling. I'm
cool with Freeling, but
Freeling and an edge at 50,
but if you buy into the Lions only draft people that they've talked to and associated with, they have not associated with Monroe Freeling. So I'm just saying, they talked to Proctor though, they brought him in, but they haven't. I'm just saying.
I do have a question though.
Yeah.
What is the one pick that would make you just walk out of the massage chair house tonight? Just absolutely
in the
pisses
first
me off.
round?
Yes.
Oh, the wide receiver. I mean, I'm not a fan of the tight end pick. I would understand it, but
I don't know what this
not
was
there.
around.
Not
wouldn't.
there.
Thank you. I wouldn't like it.
Not
I
there.
understand it. I would not like it.
Listen, I would love to get a wide receiver later. I would love to get a tight end later. Hell, mix in a running back later.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Later.
Oh yeah.
If they did something like that, I would really, I'd have a tough time. I'd have a tough time.
Oh,
absolutely.
Josh, stop.
I don't
have
know
a
what the Sadiq
big
buzz
T.
was. I'm like, come on, guys. Like, that's not happening.
I'd have a real tough time, like. Well, he just brought down my erection.
I know, right?
Oh no, we're still the vibes are still high. It was
I
just
mean,
hypothetical.
maybe this one to get it back up. Josh Black, $5. What if we trade another one to get Falk and Freely?
Woo!
All right. Now you wildin'. You
Now we're
wildin'.
talking.
You wildin', big dog.
Now we're talking.
Tease, you big tease.
You can't say that.
Nah, that's so out of character for Brad. Even in the draft, that's out of character.
Why do you say something like that?
I know.
Bad things would happen. That's all I'm going to say. Bad things would happen. I might have to take a trip like Vrabel and Rossini did if something like that happens, okay?
Oh.
Jeez, Pete. Unbelievable. All right, hey, guys, seriously, join us tonight. If you can't be out there, by all means, check it out. I think we're going on right around 7:45. Total team effort, and we got one of the best joining us out there as well in Scott Bischoff. So we'll follow along with you wherever you are, but certainly keep it tuned in. One of the coolest things is like the reaction when the Lions pick. I love watching the reaction when Lions pick. Not just the guys, us guys that are sitting at the desk or standing, whatever the case may be, but the reaction of the crowd behind and everything. Because there's always, you know what? Let's play a game of pretend, KG. All right, I'm going to go with like the total porn. They call folk, okay? Mm-hmm. There'll be, out of 100 people, there'll be 99 people smiling, pants will be dropping, people will be crying tears of joy, and there's got to be that one dude that's going,
Yeah, of course.
there's got to be that one dude.
You
right?
needed a tackle.
I can't believe you guys are you're my dad, right? You're all so dumb.
Same old Lions. SOL.
SOL, yeah, it's airborne.
Right.
Detroit DC comes piling in with the airborne.
This should have never changed.
There's always that one dude, though, so that's going to be the fun part. But looking forward to hanging out with my friends, my co-workers tonight. No doubt about that. Justin's bringing something. What's that,
the
Justin?
Brad Holmes bobblehead. Bradley. We got the Brad
business with
He's
you,
in the
Bradley.
building all night with us. Look at him at his little podium. Come
At
on.
his little podium.
Let Brad cook.
Could you imagine Jerry sitting behind the desk going like this? I've been waiting for you to call.
Bradley.
Make the trade, Brad.
Do it, Bradley.
Make the trade.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, we'll see you guys tonight. Keep it tapped in all day. Big D energy coming. Obviously, Shep and Bray, the heavyweights. Total team effort tonight. We'll see you at 7:45. Peace.
Peace.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.